from both sides of it, the refs just killed the flow of the game. I mean, second half, there were 13 foul calls in the first 6 minutes. And we're not talking real fouls. We're talking ticky-tacky calls. And if there wasn't a foul call, they were missing a call on
Well, I saw
on
the
both ends.
ticky-tack call in the paint that people are complaining about this morning.
About the post-up.
Yeah, we were trying to post up, and they blew the whistle on that.
Even, Gonzaga shoots a three-pointer, and the kid airballs it. And it was such a bad shot that they thought someone had to have tipped it off the block. Never happened. No, I mean, they just missed calls all over the place. That's not why Gonzaga lost, I don't think. But I felt bad for people who were kind of wanted to see a garbage game. Yeah. And, obviously.
You just wanted Gonzaga didn't rep better.
No, I think, dude, one of the things that Pete and I were talking about before the show is that they're such good coaches that those defenses were amped up and they were playing great defense. Yeah. So that was a big part of it that you kind of miss if you're not just paying that close of attention. You just look at the box score and you see that someone shot 30% from the field. But it was just disappointing that neither team, I don't think, was playing at their best level. Well, and Gonzaga had a chance. They were winning 63-62 with 2 minutes left.
I got to think that the reason these teams shot so poorly was the sight lines in that building. That building is so big.
That's been a common theme since they've moved these games into the football stadiums.
Because not only did they not shoot well from the floor, they didn't shoot well from the line.
Right.
And these teams aren't that bad from the line. I mean, Gonzaga missed 9 and Carolina missed 11.
It has to mess with your feel when you're in such a room. In a place that can hold 75,000.
I mean, you saw Carolina's missed free throws there at the end of the Oregon game.
Right.
I'm not going to chalk that up all to nerves. So, you had 3 games played there, and there weren't many great games. There were close finishes. They were tight games, but they weren't well played.
What year's the big fella?
Frank McGuire, by the way, won the other game.
Yeah.
Okay. What year's the big fella?
Karnowski's a senior.
Collins is a freshman.
Collins is a freshman. He might go. And Williams Goss is a junior. I think Karnowski's the only senior on the team.
I mean, the sick part is that Gonzaga's right there, right on the cusp of it. I mean, a 1 seed. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, they're in a position where, okay, they're going to have to reload, but I think they can. I think they can make another run. You know what I mean? They're legit.
I mean, I was definitely happy with the fact that they, I think, proved to people that that's a legit program. They're not some just wacky West Coast team that gets lucky into the conference every year. I mean, they hung tough with North Carolina till the final whistle. So it was a good game. I know Pete stayed up. He was frustrated as a ref with the calls of the game.
Up or down?
Pete?
All game as well.
Is Pete recording something?
McConnell has guaranteed.
What is that?
He might be doing an update.
Stuff. Oh, he's doing his update. All right. Yeah, Pete would get fired up, I'm sure, as a ref. How many whistles were there? 40-some? Is that what you said?
44 foul calls.
44 foul calls? Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I don't know. I just retweeted the scene on Franklin Street there in Chapel Hill, and it's kind of old hat for them. These guys do this all the time. They win. They win lacrosse national championships.
Right.
I mean,
it's old hat for them.
I mean, they just win. So
must be nice to be bored of parades and big gatherings out in the street.
Right.
And it's another ho-hum event.
And also be all smart.
That place was probably jammed all day. All day, all night.
You just want to see a bunch of nerds partying. Go check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably killed it last night.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he also was holding a ticket for 15-1 odds for Carolina to win the title. So he's going to cash that, too.
Right.
That's pretty nice.
Where did he get that?
It looked like like a Vegas ticket. I didn't see I didn't see which gambling house he placed his wager in.
I will say this, it kind of cemented. I'm not a huge Roy Williams fan. Like all the shenanigans on the sideline,
right.
It's just a little over the top. I don't really like him. I've decided I don't really like Roy Williams.
I don't really like it when schools win 6 national titles. I know they've been at it a long time,
right.
But I would have liked to have seen the Zags win it. Especially because it would have made
I don't have a problem
happy.
with Roy Williams. I think Roy Williams is a nice guy.
He might be a nice guy. I just saw the shenanigans on the sidelines. It's a little much. I mean, I don't know, man.
All right, so we have a clip here of Williams Goss after the game. Of course, he's a guard for Gonzaga. This is apparently a little emotional.
You got this program to the national championship game within a couple possessions of winning it. What have you and these players, do you think, meant to Gonzaga and the Spokane community?
I think we meant a lot. I think just seeing all the smiles on that we put on them, I feel like we made our city proud, we made our school proud, but it just hurts that we weren't able to finish the deal. But I'm glad I was able to be part of the first team in history to get us to the Final Four, and it just leaves the door open for the next group of Zags to come in here and close the deal.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, Means everything, these kids.
Something. Who were the guy? Who were the old guys from Gonzaga that they had on, like with Monson? Who were the guys?
Like Don Dickow, Matt
Yeah,
Santangelo,
Dickow.
Richie from.
Who was the big brother he would look familiar? I'm sure he played in the league.
Oh, Ronnie Turioff? Was he there?
Yeah, it
I
might have
didn't see
been.
him.
Might have been Ronnie Turioff. It might have been him.
They showed Morrison last night. Morrison looked like he slept out at the Scottsdale pool for about 12 hours.
Oh,
and
really?
he was wearing a tank top, completely sunburned, had his ponytail pulled back. Just looked like a huge stoner.
Now that guy was a huge bust as an NBA
monumental.
player. But do you think he's still crushing it, like in terms of getting buns?
I think he's a family guy. He's always talking about
is?
his family. But he did a good write-up on the Players Tribune. What he said, it was like, I don't care. Like I'm a big bust in the NBA. So what? I was a top 5 pick. I'm an awkward, gangly white kid from Eastern Washington. I'm good.
Does he have any coin left, or did he blow it
I
all?
think so. I think so, yeah.